Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh, Shem, El Shaddai, Shem, Kakadash. Shalom to the hopeful elect out there. Anyway, I'm going to title this video, One More Country Set to Implement the MOTB system. There's a video that was put up. Wa'ala Yasha'ala Yahushua is coming back, 14. And the title is MOTB Update, Steps Closer. Watch and listen. GMS was always right. GMS was always correct. So these other camps that teach contrary to what we teach concerning the MOTB, they got a lot of explaining to do when this thing comes up. And you window shoppers, keep window shopping. You should come into the store now. You should open the door and come in. Actually do some shopping. Anyway, so this video right here, I'm not going to let it, it's a short minute and 11 seconds long. So you can watch it. I'll put the link in the description box. If I don't, just go to this page right here. So this is a representative speaking about the MOTB system, but she mentions CBDC. You have Nigeria that now have the, what is it called? You have the Nairi, which now is the, I believe it's the Nari, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody help me out. The E represents electronic, which is basically the CBDC system. Tells you that, speaks about the IMF equals central bank of central banks. They are working on a global central bank digital currency. You should already know what's up just by looking at the flag. Well, the flag, let me get a picture of the flag. Somebody might be suggesting that it's a satanic flag. It's actually the flag of Morocco. The flag right here is a Moroccan flag. And I'm going to show you. And Morocco is in Africa, country in Africa. I'm going to kind of go backwards with this. Morocco. Morocco, ambassador and permanent representative of Morocco to the United Nations. So I went to the pull down menu. All these leaders of these countries that have are signatories to the UN are all puppets. They're all insiders. It says, is Morocco part of the United Nations? Joining the United Nations was one of the first sovereign decisions Morocco made in wake of its independence. And I think they got independence from France. If you go into the history, let's check this out. Which countries are not UN members? Okay, wow, didn't know that. 2 countries are not members of the UN. Palestine and the Holy See, which is the Vatican City. But the Vatican City is above and beyond these other nations. That represents Revelation chapter 16. I saw 3 frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet, which represents the top church, the mother church, was the Vatican City, because it's a religious state. And Palestine, Palestine are against the small hats. So, and I believe, if not all, but most of those Palestinians are actually descended from the actual Israelites. The UN recognizes that neither Morocco nor SADR sovereignty over Western Sahara. In other words, having they don't believe that I believe if you go into the history, Morocco claimed to have power over other provinces that the UN doesn't don't recognize. But let me do this. And by the way, if you go back, show you that that's not a satanic flag. That's actually the Moroccan flag. See, interlocking pentagram, pentagon. That's a Moroccan flag. Okay, let me do this. A list of UN countries. Member states, United Nations. Let me see here. Come way down to M. Morocco is an actual state. Morocco. Date of admission, December 11th, 1956. 1956. United States of America, 1945. And that was the end of World War II. Prior to World War II, during at the end of World War I, they called for a League of Nations. They didn't accept, the nation didn't accept it. They repackaged it, gave you another war, World War II. And then after World War II, there was a cry out, we need a United Nations so we don't kill each other. So that's why 1995, 1945, and I believe that's the birth date of the United Nations, which was formerly named the League of Nations. Look at this: United Kingdom, Great Britain, and Northern Ireland, October 24, 1945, same exact date. Ukraine, member of the United Nations. Oh, South Africa, that's when there was an apartheid system. Esau's reign, that was 1945. So your key nations are European nations. So Poland, 1945, Peru, 1945, because Esau was down there, the Europeans from Spain. Panama, 1945. Norway, 1945. New Zealand, 1945. Notice these European nations are the first to sign on. Then they had to get the rest of the world to sign on. Mexico, 45. I bet you Canada is 45. Let's see if I'm correct. And the cup, the golden cup in the Yahuwah's hand in Revelation 17 is not talking about the charagma, the mark of the beast. It's talking about their policies and philosophies, and one of them is human rights. I mean, if a person wants to be a happy person, they got to be protected. You've been keeping up with Uganda. They're not accepting it, but Uganda will accept the MOTB. Wow, Afghanistan, 1946. So they had to have had a puppet leader up in there. Let me come on down. I'm looking for, I'll find it in a second. Okay, Uganda, this whole thing with the human rights thing, and they have a law where if you're a happy person, the penalty is death. So they didn't accept the, the golden cup. They didn't drink from the cup, but they will accept the charagma, the MOTB. That shows you that Revelation 17 and 4 is completely different from Revelation 13, 16, 17. Two different things. So, General Danyalika, and that's in the bootleg Hebrew, as they call it. They call that Lashon Kodash. They call it Ebonics and bootleg Hebrew. So he went back to the bootleg Hebrew. He went back to his Ebonic name. Even Vietnam. Even though they're you know what, China's definitely there because they're part of the UN security. There's 5 nations plus 6. Germany was a new one added. France, the US, England, China, Russia. What am I looking for? Oh, I'm looking for China. Right, Canada. Look, 1945. China. Oh, wait a minute. China signed on the same year as the US and the UK. Well, that's when these devils had control of China. In 1945. And they're going to they're going to take the charagma. So there's one more step. Like I said, this is the flag of Morocco. Arab country in Africa. And I believe you got a lot of Jakes out there. Anyway, That's all I'm going to say with that. I'm going to say shalom.